Benvenuti to CRAVE Italy. I'm Samantha Ferro, and it's an honor to open Season 7 with a very special guest, our new Consul General of Italy in San Francisco, Massimo Carnelos. Consul General, welcome and thank you for being with us today. Benvenuto, è un piacere averla con noi. Consul General Carnelos, welcome to San Francisco and the Bay Area. What are your first impressions of the city and of the Italian-American community?
Grazie mille e benvenuti a tutti. I'm so excited. I was looking forward to come here, and my impression are of a place full of vibrancy, a multiformity of ecosystem, great city, a great area, and a fantastic Italian community, the local communities as well, because we the Consulate General of Italy, but we also look at the interactions with the authorities and the communities from other countries and from the United States in particular. So I'm extremely excited. It's not my first time here because I've been traveling back and forth to San Francisco with my previous role in Rome. So it's not particularly new, but now it's the real game, and I'm ready to play that.
Wonderful. Welcome to San Francisco. Could you share a bit about your background, where you are from in Italy, and what led you to join the diplomatic service?
Well, I'm from Rome. I'm a proudly Roman, from a family originally from Rome, parents both from Rome. And I have a humanist background at the university. I wanted to be a writer or a literary critic when I was younger. That's what I studied at university. But with the years, I understood that I was ready to travel around the world. So diplomacy was a good path. And so that's what I started to do after a couple of previous jobs. Also as a teacher, I entered diplomatic service in 2001. And I was, this is my fourth posting after New Zealand, Cyprus, Baghdad, and my last posting that was London. So it's I would say just curiosity as a main item that pushed me into this world.
You have held important roles in Italy and abroad. Which of those experiences do you think will help you most in your new role here?
Well, as you might know from my bio, I was head of technological innovation and startups at the ministry, and I was in charge from the Italian side of the innovation center Innovit, which is a hub we created here over 3 years ago as Italian government. So I believe that I was selected by the foreign ministry because of my background in Rome, and before that in London as head of the economic sections and board member of the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. So I have these competencies and experience in both banking, finance, and technologies. And because of the role of both San Francisco and the Silicon Valley as a global hub for technological innovations, but I cannot restrict to my job to the tech area. Of course, this is my background. A big part of my job is to represent my country 360 degrees, and especially to provide ever improving services to the Italian communities here, both ancient and newer Italians that are based here.
Your jurisdiction covers a vast territory, much of the western United States and part of the Pacific, an area 10 times the size of Italy. How do you see both the challenge and the opportunities of serving such a diverse community?
Well, the challenge is definitely the distance, which is not only geographical distance, but also sometimes cultural distance, because there are varieties. And to be able to go frequently in those areas, to be present with our services and our promotional activities is definitely going to be challenging. But that is also an opportunity, in the sense that if we are able to frequently visit and bring the name of Italian products of Italy, of Italian culture, to those faraway areas, we will do better our jobs and service better those Italians or Americans that are interested to visit Italy for any reasons. So I think this is an opportunity to make Italy known in areas of the country where it is less known for a number of reasons.
Right. And how do you plan to stay connected with Italians and Italians America spread across such a wide geography?
Well, the digital tools are the most obvious answer because we have a website. We are present on social networks as Instagram and Facebook as a Consulate General. I myself very active on LinkedIn, but we need to go there. So we have to be ready, me and my staff and my deputy Davide, to take a flight more often than we are used to and visit and get connected with those Italians, Americans, and the rest.
This is your first official message to the Italians, Italian Americans, and friends of Italy in this region. What would you like to say to them as you begin your 4 years mandate, Console?
Consider us as part of your big family. We are here to provide you assistance, provide you with consular services. I know that it is very challenging. There are waiting lists that we're trying to reduce. It's a matter of resources. I can assure we are doing the utmost to provide consular services, passport, and other documents as fast as possible. And there's no one that spare resources within the consulate. But of course, we have to do more and trying to have more resources from Italy so that everybody can be happy. But consider us as part of your family. The consulate is open, and I want to convey the message that the consulate is like a home open to all Italians. Italians or newer immigrations, Italians that are here, descendant of our ancestors that moved here in search for a fortune sometimes. And for having updated information about the consular service, the website is there. There are all informations you need. And please make sure you use it in different sections because you find everything in there.
Many Italian Americans feel deeply connected to their heritage. How do you hope to support them in keeping that connection alive, Console?
Italy is also a victim of many prejudice and of many, it's known for particularly things like food design, fashions, and this is part of our heritage. But at the same time, we need to update the image of Italy as the 6th, 7th biggest economy in the world, an innovative country, a technological prone country. We are an industrial country. We have been industrial country for over 100 years. So we need to combine in our job a mix of new and old, coming closer to the needs of the traditional Italian descendants that have an idea of Italy that sometimes is through the movie, through the books, or through the tellings of their parents, grandparents. We definitely need to be tuned with the expectations. But at the same time, there are a recent flow of very young Italians that were attracted by the economic opportunities of the Silicon Valley and the San Francisco area in general. And we also need to be tuned with those that come from an Italy that is much different. So it's a combination of the two, and as you know, it's often combinations, a mix is what makes things better. But specifically, our commitment to convey a more updated image took us in establishing the Innovation Center down in the Financial District, which is both our Italian Trade Agency office and our Italian Institute of Cultures, and a tech center where we bring brilliant young Italian founders, venture capital funds, and tech Italian companies to meet counterparts here in the Silicon Valley. So this is the new chapter, old chapter, new chapter in the same book.
Looking ahead, what are your top priority at the Consul General, and how do you envision building bridges between Italy and the US culturally, economically, and socially?
The top priority is the consular services, and we need to be able to provide, as I said before, those consular services in time, reduce the waiting time, and helping Italians and Americans or locals that intend to visit or move to Italy, have a visa. So that is our top priority. But we have a 360 degrees mandate here. No, we need to take care of the cultural promotions, and the Institute of Culture is there to help us in that missions. The Italian languages, we are present here in some schools. We are in some universities. We have an Italian school, La Scuola. La language, keeping alive a language, the teaching of a language. As I say, I was myself a teacher, so I'm very sensible on this topic. Is part of your identity. Be able to speak in another language open your vision, open your mind. And makes you, both at the same time feeling that you belong to an identity and a culture, and at the same time you're open to different culture and you are a citizen of the world. That's how we interpret the way of being Italian, European at the same time. That's within the European project. There's no conflict between the two identities, and Europe in itself is a reflecting image of the United States, which is a melting pot of nationalities, of cultures. So we proud of what we're coming from, open to what we are welcoming as a different culture within our sense of identity.
At CRAVE, we always ask about passion because we believe passion is what unites us and drives us forward. Behind your diplomatic career, what is your personal passion and what motivates you every day?
Well, apart from my family, which is not only a duty but a passion, I grew up in vintage cars because my father was a collector. So my father is still alive, nearly 90, but he was collecting vintage cars. So I'm involved in that world, and I'm having my Giulietta Sprint from 1962 coming over from Europe. Hopefully soon is it undergoing the last touches of restorations. I sail. So I sail in I've been sailing for many years, so I look forward to join the people sailing down in the bay as soon as possible. I like holidays in the nature, so I'm very attached to nature. And at home, probably my personal passions are literature, books, science, poetry, and classical music. That's more or less, it's quite vast, but try to fit everything in my 24 hours.
You're in a perfect area. So thank you. As we open season 7 of CRAVE Italy, many people across the Bay Area and beyond are eager to hear directly from you. Would you like to share a message with the Italians, Italian Americans, friends of Italy throughout your consular jurisdictions, Console?
Dear friends, dear Italians, dear American friends, dear San Francisco and the wider communities, I'm so proud and so happy to be appointed Consul General of Italy in San Francisco with a wide jurisdictions. I'm looking forward to engage with you all in a variety of activities, economic, technological, cultural, language, and more. The Italian consulate is open to all of you. We host many events. We organize many events outside the consulate. Be connected with us. Ask us if you need anything specifically in consular services that we're trying to improve. propose us new ideas, because we're really open to expand our scope of activity. To my fellow Italians, sono molto contento di essere a San Francisco. Vi aspetto negli eventi che organizziamo in consolato e fuori dal consolato. Sentitevi a casa, avete un nuovo connazionale in più qui a San Francisco.
Consul General Carnelos, thank you for joining us today and for sharing your vision. We wish you the very best as you begin your mandate here in San Francisco. Grazie di cuore per essere stato con noi e per aver condiviso il suo messaggio con la comunità. To our listeners, thank you for being with us. Stay tuned for the next episode of CRAVE Italy. Ciao!